In an industry often defined by flashing cameras, tight schedules, and carefully curated public images, truly private moments are rare. Yet on a quiet morning that few people initially noticed, Tian Xuning created a moment so sincere that it soon resonated far beyond the walls of a simple room. What began as a personal gesture for Ziyu slowly unfolded into a story that touched fans across social media, reminding many that behind fame and headlines, genuine emotions still exist. According to people close to the situation, the day itself carried no grand public significance. It was not linked to a major anniversary, a promotional event, or a carefully planned press appearance. Instead, it was an ordinary day, precisely what made it extraordinary. Tian Xuning, known for his composed demeanor and thoughtful personality, had been quietly preparing a surprise for weeks. He reportedly wanted to give Ziyu something that could never be measured by price or publicity, only by meaning. The gift, as it later came to be known, was not immediately visible. There were no luxury boxes, no dramatic unveiling, and no official photographs released at first. Instead, Tian Xuning chose to begin the day by inviting Ziyu to a familiar place, somewhere filled with shared memories and calm. Observers say Ziyu initially thought it was just another brief meeting squeezed between busy schedules. She had no idea that Tian Xuning had carefully planned every detail to reflect moments they had experienced together: small conversations, silent encouragement, and unspoken understanding built over time. At the heart of the surprise was a handwritten letter. In an era dominated by instant messages and short captions, the letter stood out as a deeply personal expression. Tian Xuning reportedly spent several nights writing and rewriting it, wanting each sentence to feel honest rather than perfect. The letter spoke about gratitude, admiration, and quiet support, about how Ziyu's presence had influenced him during difficult moments and how her strength inspired him to grow, both personally and professionally. Those who later learned about the contents described the letter as simple yet powerful. There were no exaggerated promises or dramatic confessions, just sincere words acknowledging shared struggles and mutual respect. It was this honesty that reportedly moved Ziyu to tears. For her, the letter was not just a gift but a mirror reflecting moments she herself had not fully realized were so meaningful. But the surprise did not end there. Alongside the letter was a small, carefully chosen item, something symbolic rather than extravagant. Sources say it represented a private joke or a shared memory between the two, known only to them. This subtlety became one of the most touching aspects of the story. Fans later speculated endlessly about its meaning, but those close to Tian Xuning emphasized that the object's true value lay in its emotional significance, not in public interpretation. What made the day even more moving was Tian Xuning's decision to remain in the background. He did not document the moment, nor did he attempt to turn it into a public narrative. In fact, the story only surfaced later when a few indirect hints appeared online: an emotional caption, a fleeting expression during an interview, a gentle smile that seemed to carry a deeper story. Fans, attentive as always, began connecting the dots. As whispers turned into discussions, the story spread rapidly. Social media platforms were soon filled with reactions ranging from disbelief to heartfelt admiration. Many fans described the gesture as rare, pure, and deeply human. In a world where celebrity interactions are often scrutinized and commercialized, Tian Xuning's quiet approach felt refreshing. It was not about proving anything to the public, but about honoring a bond in the most respectful way possible. Ziyu herself did not immediately comment on the event. When she eventually spoke, her words were calm and measured. She expressed gratitude and emphasized how touched she was by the thought behind the gesture. Rather than focusing on the gift itself, she highlighted the importance of being seen and understood. Her response only strengthened the emotional impact of the story, reinforcing the idea that true connection does not need loud declarations. Industry insiders noted that moments like this rarely surface because they are usually kept private. Yet when they do emerge, they resonate precisely because of their authenticity. For many fans, the story became a reminder that kindness and sincerity still matter, even in environments driven by performance and perception. It also sparked broader conversations about emotional expression, vulnerability, and the courage it takes to be genuine. As the story continued to circulate, it inspired countless messages from fans sharing their own experiences of small but meaningful gestures. Some wrote about letters they never sent, others about quiet support that changed their lives. In this way, Tian Xuning's gift transcended its original purpose, becoming a catalyst for reflection and emotional connection among strangers. In the end, the day was not memorable because of a headline or a trending topic, but because of a simple truth: heartfelt actions, no matter how private, have the power to move people deeply. The secret gift from Tian Xuning to Ziyu was not just an object or a letter, it was a moment of honesty in a fast-moving world. And perhaps that is why it continues to linger in the hearts of so many, long after the initial surprise faded. Hari Yang Meng Haraking was not marked by grand celebrations or public announcements. It was defined by sincerity, quiet courage, and the enduring impact of genuine emotion. In sharing this story, fans were not just witnessing a touching moment between two individuals, but also being reminded of something universal: that the most meaningful gifts are often the ones given in silence, with nothing expected in return. As days passed, the story did not fade as quickly as many viral moments usually do. Instead, it settled into something warmer and more reflective. Fans revisited old interviews, past interactions, and subtle moments that once seemed ordinary but now felt meaningful in a new light. Small gestures, a look of reassurance, a quiet laugh, a moment of shared silence were reinterpreted as pieces of a deeper narrative built over time. For Tian Xuning, the impact of that day was never meant to reach this scale. People close to him revealed that he was slightly surprised by how deeply the story resonated with the public. Yet he remained consistent in his response: calm, respectful, and focused on protecting what mattered most. Rather than clarifying rumors or fueling speculation, he chose silence, allowing the sincerity of his actions to speak on their own. Ziyu, on the other hand, seemed subtly changed by the experience. In later appearances, fans noticed a quieter confidence and a softer emotional openness. While she avoided explicit references, her words often touched on themes of gratitude, emotional support, and the importance of being understood without explanation. Many interpreted this as the lasting influence of that heartfelt day.